Kaiso, ole be that now. Blessings to that great woman. May God's special reward be with her. Tremendous human being as well. For who don't know, who have not been touched by mother, by singing Sandra. Tremendous woman. And I thank God, for that opportunity and the opportunities I've had with her. Tremendous human being. The level of consciousness that she shared with us. Our songs on my all-time top list, right? Just able to articulate and explain the reality of war. While people just be talking, plenty chatter, plenty talk, but do we truly understand? Do we understand the impact? Do we understand that all this evil and aggression and wickedness that is taking place, for example, just an example because it's going on in other places as well, in Palestine, do they really think that it will come to an end? When you sow the seeds of destruction, when you sow those seeds of hatred, if you want to call it that, of injustice, when you wipe out so many human beings, those that remain, do you think you are preparing for peace in your life by taking and destroying the lives of others? It's just preposterous. It's insane, that mentality. And that's why singing Sandra says it goes on and on. It goes on and on. The seeds that we sow now, it is only respect, mutual respect, that can sow a seed of justice for a future that is built on peace and justice. Everything else is just delusion. You're deluding yourself, and you have been deluded. The evil has us gripped, all of us who fuel destruction and war in different ways. Don't feel the only war is physical, this war with bombs and whatever. But all the types of aggression and war that are fueled by greed. Listen to her, by greed and the desire to accumulate wealth. So you want more than your portion. You want more and more and more. And thus you create an imbalance. And thus you are driven to do evil things. You're printing paper and forcing it down the throats of the world for real wealth. You loot and you plunder for hundreds of years. You reap the rewards of the legacy of your plunder. You're still plundering. You print a piece of paper and you force it down the throats of the world with your military might, and still you don't even want to give people that piece of paper you're printing for real value, for real things. You want to take what they have on your terms. And then they find all kind of things to call you before. Because when they seek to destroy you, they first destroy your character, right? So they say the world about you. They call you all kind of names. You are no longer human. All of a sudden you have labels. Terrorist, this, that, all kind, and they extract the unrelenting fact foremostly that you are human, that all of us. And this is the next thing. Maybe some of us are less human than them, with less rights. But nobody wins a war. You may profit in this generation of the sales of arms and ammunition and taking the land that people stand on, you know, destroying human life and the blood-soaked oil, occupying it after. But you ain't win. You ain't win. You have succeeded in setting the stage for your eventual destruction, because God is just. And even if you don't even want to reach so far to look towards that spirit, the world is a cycle. And they teach us that it goes around, and what goes around comes around. So we look on at what is transpiring in the world, and for those of us conscious enough, we are filled with that dislike and that displeasure towards evil, towards wickedness, towards advantage. Oh God, we don't like advantage. Oh God, Trinidad and Tobago, we do not like advantage. And as small as we are, we have, some of us have the tenacity to stand up and speak out, to even step in and stop advantage. I tired see Trinbagonians put themselves in that way to stop advantage. Let us understand the consequences of war. I went to school in Africa for a short while. Beautiful, beautiful place, Libya, able to sustain itself through sanctions. Some of the sweetest crude oil in the world, right? When they say it's sweet, it's nice, it's good, it's easy to refine. And some of the largest reserves as well. And if you have it, they want it. If you have it, they want it. And they believe that it belongs to them. They believe that they could take whatever they want. And lives and human beings are of no importance or consequence. And because of their whatever strength they feel they have, they have become accustomed over centuries of doing whatever they want and getting away with it. It's not easy, you know. It's not easy at all. So I lived in, when I tell you beautiful place, they try all that they could have done in terms of economic sanctions, in terms of whatever. You become resilient. You learn sometimes to take care of yourself when you are isolated. right? Always watch Naked and Afraid or whatever else survival thing. When you're isolated by yourself, you find ways to do what you have to do for yourself. You build the capacity to take care of yourself. And if you do it well enough, you begin to thrive. You begin to thrive all on your own, so you don't need them. You don't need what they pushing through the world. And then when that don't work well, plan B. And they destroyed that place. When I tell you destroy, destroyed even the social fabric up till this day. Still, it is conflict. But the old cotton wheel, as Junior Gong describes it, the old cotton wheel still spinning. They're still taking the oil, still pumping out. Whatever they want, still pumping out. And Qatar, as Emir have to describe it in his, he's quite decent, proficient enough in English. Barbaric. That's how you have to describe it. Describe the actions of others as barbaric. And they act with impunity. They act with impunity. Well, all people, they say one day, Congote. Time longer than twine. How long? How long? So we see people of the world, the global south, rising because within all of us as human beings is that spirit to rise above and to seek our respect as human beings within all of us. Stop taking advantage of other human beings, even in Trinidad and Tobago, right? What belongs to others, leave that to them. Stop robbing people. You want to go into people's homes and violate them and take what is theirs? Come on, abuse them. Come on. Those stupid ideas that you're getting from wherever, dismiss them. Pray, practice, seek refuge from the devil. It has to be a devil coming to you in your mind to tell you that's a good idea. And it will not succeed. You will not succeed. Good morning, caller. Morning.
Good morning, son. Good morning.
Hey, morning, Granny. Morning.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the youth in this world and in this little Trinidad and Tobago. The first thing I want to say is I is not for, not against. I want people talking the truth.
Yeah.
And they could talk something good. That is a good thing, and that will change life.
Yeah.
Now, this country have the SOE. I am talking nobody bad, because the UNC government now one day and they're trying.
Yeah.
But what is right, and what is wrong is wrong. Now is the time to send Mr. Split on so much holiday. when it have so much trouble in Trinidad.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why they sent him on holiday, but I saw the article.
Whether what, if you're going on holiday, you
Yeah.
will say, look at the trouble in the country, you will take it after 6 months. You will take it after 3 months. Boy, I cried yesterday, last night, and yesterday I cried. These Muslim people in Tabakita, don't know you hear about it.
Yeah.
Their father, but I know them because I belong to this. You know, in the countryside, it's about 16 miles from where I live in to Tabakita.
Right.
Because I live in this. But in the country, it is the right there now, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
It's the right there.
sorry, are we going to a break in a couple seconds? You can call back after. Sorry about that, right?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry
I
about
don't know what to say about Trinidad.
Yeah, yeah. All right, take care. And we have arrived on the break, right? So we'll be back right after.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Alloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Calling all choir. This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round. The East-West Corridor. Saturday, September 20th. Central and South Trinidad. Saturday, September 27th. And Tobago. Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT. Get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say that.
Cricket fans, it's time to smash hunger for 6. This CPL season, chase the crunch with KFC's. Boundary Bucket, 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 crispy tenders, and 4 mouth-watering sides just for $139.95. This offer is available via the KFC, TTT, AP, or in-store kiosks. So pad up, download the KFC TTT app, or click the kiosk to order today. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Calling all choir. This This is TNT's first gospel choir event of its kind. It's finally here. This is Divine Harmony. Choirs from all over the country will vie for over $250,000 in prizes. Semi-final round, the East-West Corridor, Saturday, September 20th, Central and South Trinidad, Saturday, September 27th, and Tobago, Saturday, October 4th. To register, call 719-9599. TNT, get ready. This is Divine Harmony.
Everybody say that. What are you doing? Big D, big fun, KFC, so we big on the ground. We big nation, cause you don't know we were the crown. Say what you want, KFC, so we lead in front. We are big nation, TNT and KFC, one motion.
Come to KFC, where we all have fun, and now we join together because KFC is life. It's a big deal.
Say what you want, KFC, so we lead in front. We are big nation, TNT and KFC, one motion.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launch from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Good morning again to Trinidad and Tobago. I'm saying again, but I think I didn't give out those greetings earlier on. And of course, we give thanks and praise, all praises due to the Almighty Creator. Where we left off, right, and Granny even called because she's so distraught as well with one particular circumstance, but something that is too prevalent in our society, and something that our government has taken extra steps to try to curb because of the level of violation that it involves, because of the traumatic effect, because of the innate evil of the act. And it's weird because it could be correlated. It could be correlated to the wider world. I know what is wrong, The love of things. The love of wealth or whatever that they want to take from someone else. Go ahead, Granny.
This is Granny. I didn't learn talk, boy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that house they went in, that boy's father and grandfather, those were hard-working people in Cocoran. 8 miles they go in the forest to plant dashing, take it from Tabakit, to carry it coming down, to sell, and they didn't even have a good cocoa house. They move in galvanized to dry cocoa and work hard to leave a little thing for the children and grandchildren to inherit. When I tell you, them who doing that to people, their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren will see plenty trouble. They're setting bad for the whole generation. Then went and telling the break the man lock and beating the man's son. You can see how small the man's son is. a medical student to travel from Tabakit to go to do science, medicine. The girl is a teacher. All you do what the man do is sacrifice these people do. But I tell you, nice Muslim people, you think that boy will be able to do medicine again? They beat him, they kick him 1 hour and a half. They beat those people and kick those people. They had a big dog like a pony. They killed the dog. I'm telling the man, you have 6 cars. They take the man 2 good new cars. He buy a little car for his son. The teacher buy a little car same. He buy a little one. He buy a little, don't buy a new one. Why all you don't go and work hard and do what people do? Sacrifice. They kick that man and beat that man, his wife, his children. I don't know if that boy will be able to do that again. I don't know if that poor girl will be able to teach again. They only leave these people in this condition. And they went there already, you know. A few years ago, they went to buy all the do go and work.
Yeah.
Eat and drink anything little. Pray to God and see if you could get up and do something good or say something good. You have to own what somebody else have.
Yeah.
You could live poor and good, decent, good character. All right, son, thank you. If you know how that have granny sick, I can't move this morning.
Yeah. All right. It is the level of distraught, the trauma that it causes and that lingers on. We have to care about others. Have to do better than that. And there can be no tolerance for that type of activity. There could be no tolerance for it. Y'all are showing absolutely no kind of care. And listen, as one to understand, as one to try to stretch my imagination because of the collective responsibility as well. But come on, man. And it does not work. You will not get away. You will not get away. And you're young and you're foolish because it has happened time before. And how many other people have found the misery at the end of those actions? You will get caught. You will lose your life. You will end up in jail. Sitting long in a space for how long? You will lose your life. But that mentality, we must fight that mentality that exists, that people, human beings, love things so much that they're willing to hurt other human beings for things. For their things. And I'm saying that it is correlated to the evil that is in the land, in our land and in other lands. Because it have other people who have organized themselves as whatever and taken over governments or whatever. Fool people. And they want to plunder, they want to take people's stuff. And they want to continue enriching and enriching and enriching themselves without any riches whatsoever. They killed Bob before he could have convert even them to some type of spiritual understanding. As Singing Sandra say, we need a spiritual revolution. We need a spiritual upliftment. Because you have to be in the darkest depths of mental, spiritual being to do these things. It's evil. It's a lot of evil running through our land and running through the world. We just see it. And we must give life in the same way we give life to the defense of what is right domestically when people come to take what is yours. The same way we must articulate that position when it comes to others taking. And people going to put us in a position as a country, they're putting us in a position because they say one thing. They say one thing, but they really mean another. And they will put us in a position. Friend is carrier, but they'll bring you back. Some people don't have no friend. They tell you, yeah, we's friend. And they let the better friend bomb you after. You host them. You get the biggest, largest military base in the outside in the Arab world. Biggest U.S. military base. Look at jet, look at jumbo plane, look at this, look in billions of investment. What you want? Anything you roll out red carpet. And then the better friend, because if you is really a friend, because you ain't even really a friend, because certain people have no friends. To the ruthless. Two of them, they going on a mission. They going to advantage people when they come back home. One find the next one get more. Do the next one something else. And take his own too. Certain evil have no friend. A friend is carry and don't bring you back. And it's unfortunate. We dancing some kind of dance and talk back and forth with we neighbor, and we distant advantages wherever uncle or some kind of thing, I don't want to call them. I don't even know if to claim them as family, but the human race is all one family, right? But that spirit is the spirit of evil in them. Pushing you against your neighbor. I'm going to go to the news, I'm going to go to the news. I expected your call. Morning, blessings.
You should be up.
I know. These are easy ones. This ain't getting me nothing. I ain't winning nothing for that guess.
I mean,
I don't know Yasina Gonzalez. That's just
I don't know. You just say
easy.
You was expecting my call, right?
Yeah,
So
that's just an easy. That's an easy guess. Go ahead, blessings.
It's an easy guess.
Easy
guess.
I
like to correct or point out certain issues. You know what is strange to me this morning? I'm here. You're talking. You could say you're talking to Trinidad and Tobago. Right? The people in office considered crime hotspots to be PNM constituencies. So I consider people who listen to this particular radio station We don't talk no other language but English, and we have slave ancestors' name. So, when you're telling them the same thing my mother used to tell me, and my grandparents used to tell me, when French carry you, they don't bring you back.
Yeah.
We've been singing that with our slave names for decades. But you know what is surprising? A few months ago, you wasn't singing that song. You wasn't pointing we to get ourselves together. You know, he was telling me, the government bad, and the government this, and the government this, and the government that, and the government how we under pressure. Today, you're telling we to get we act together. If you were singing that song then, all them CPR people would now go. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, thank you very much. I sing the same song all the time. Let us get our act together all the time, brother. And I have no slave name. My name is Fuad Arashid Abubakar. My name is the heart of the rightly guided. My parents gone past that long time. Right? Long, when I tell you long time. So my level of consciousness is embedded in me. And I will answer the rest just now after Mr. West. Go ahead, Mr. West. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Ward.
Morning.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't get into that geopolitics and, tied up with domestic politics and all that.
Yeah.
But, well, yeah, to some extent. What I'm looking at with respect to the Commissioner of Police, I think people ought to be enlightened and educated with respect to the operations of the police, and more so the role of the service commission. I heard matters with respect to Pakistan and all these things. Now, I try to take a more balanced approach to things, and when it's wrong, it's wrong. When it's right, I say it's right. But the thing about it is that the police service, like any organization, would have organizational issues. People who would have studied organizational behavior even at the university level, probably a second year course or whatever it is, will tell you that in those organizations you have issues of power relations, you have conflict, you have stress issues, you have issues with respect to communication, structural, and all these different things. But the police commissioner is responsible for the police service, the running, the efficient and effective running of the and management of the public service, of the police service, right? And therefore, he has to use his human resource or capital as he believes. Anything, if it's for poor performance or anything, the responsibility or in fact the blame will go on him. He is accountable. He is responsible for the efficiency of the police service, and therefore he must be able to manipulate the staff as to get the best results. So I don't see it as an issue, and I'm saying that in the police service, I know I'm not going with that, but I know in fact with respect to those protective services, if you have people who are lower down the ranks and they move ahead of persons who believe that they're entitled, because a lot of them believe they're entitled, whether you could perform or you can't perform, you're entitled because I senior in the rank, but you went before a service, a so-called, I don't know how if I can verify that, service commission, and they selected the man as to be the commissioner, and he was in fact appointed. In fact, they named him as a person who was high on the list, and he should be recommended, and Parliament so decided. In fact, the Prime Minister decided, look, we're going with what the Service Commission said, and respect the decision of the independent institution. And therefore, I don't see, I can't, and that's it. But you have, people must understand that within those organizations, there's always this fight for power and position and all that. You have informal groups. You have people within the police service and those other institutions, public service institutions. When they leave the police service or they leave the prison and all this fire and all that, they have power on the outside. They retire, but they have influence in terms of what goes on there. The politicians themselves have influence within because you have police officers. That's a fact. You have people in the fire, you have people in the other thing. I don't want to get the army involved in that. But the fact remains is that they influence what goes on in the institutions. But the fact remains is that you must give the police commissioner the opportunity, which he rightly deserves, to manage and determine how he allocates his resources. What is best, who can work here and who can work there. And if you believe that people on the job over 16 months leave, you tired on the job, you have to take your leave, you have to go and refresh, you have to get some pack of water or something. You can't, what? The banks or private sector don't operate like that. In fact, if you have people holding down position for too long, you believe something up and you have something, they send you on your leave, you have to go and rejuvenate, take a little sea bath, eat some, drink some, whatever it is, and come back on the job. You can give it all.
Yeah, but you know, there's always some speculation, Mr. West. I don't know what's the speculation about him being.
But you have to understand that Trinidad is a place of propaganda and what they call it, conspiracy theory. That's all the rumors. Or if you go to, sometimes you go to Woodford Square, all today, the square full of them. Only speculation and this one and that one. And this, you didn't hear them with the same Venezuela business and America is only conspiracy theory and this one. But that is Trinidad. That was made so by the opposition. You hear, I saw an article, not an article, a video, where the man telling them, somebody telling them, hey, listen, Eric Williams said that every one of you have to be a propagandist. And all you have to go out there, take that job. You just imagine that. So that is what they live for, and they come on the radio and they're spewing only propaganda, lies, half-truth, deception, and all that kind of thing. This is where this country has fallen to.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising to me. That's the order of the day. That's the culture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, even in the way that the little article is written about Mr. Meister being sent on leave, I think that is the articulation put forward. Not that he so much desires to go on his accumulated vacation, but he is being sent on it. You know, so it's a little bit interesting, but I could understand some of the concerns of others because they want all hands on deck at this critical period in time, and they may view Mr. Meister as an absolute resource as well. Morning, caller, welcome.
Yeah, morning, yeah. Bless up, Mr. Bakarai.
Yeah, blessings to you, man, welcome.
Yeah, I listen Granny, I listen everybody, Montana, Puna, everybody bless up, right?
Nice, blessings.
Nice, boy. Let me quarrel, let me argue. I want to say one thing. Good lucky this lady win, otherwise we would not get on macaroni and we'd have to ride with bicycle. Bless her.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so I mean, I give callers the opportunity before I just answer my partner from Barataria. I don't know if he's from Barataria, his name is just Barataria, but either way, right? Listen, we had one of the worst administrations passed, and we are thankful, and I am thankful that that administration is gone, right? So don't get wrong, regardless if I have a difference of opinion now on a singular topic. Morning caller, welcome.
Good morning, good morning to you.
Morning, brother, morning. Kingsley is my good partner, and we just disagree on one or two little topics.
Of course. You just for the you would eat I support the
Yeah, and we riding for Trinidad and Tobago. We riding.
We come together. Tobago, we unite. That's it. That's what.
Yeah, man.
And it was good that we could have a disagreement and still laugh with each other and have a good laugh together. And that means it doesn't matter what we live on or whatever we support. You all have a right. Everyone has a right to do it. It's frightening and very scary to hear what's going on in the service. Some weeks ago, I hear the Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, went to a function and was reading the last act for the police officers and them. And when we have a police service, not united to solve crime and to solve the problems, to make the citizens of this country safe, is very frightening to the public. And heads are getting rule and who get on vacation, who get on things. It's very concerning to see us understand why the police service is faction. They're not listening to the commander, the undermining the commander. Is it that when this, because it's a trend, not under this government, but it's happening under the government too, that when again, I warned this country before the election about that. I said, do not let us just vote to remove somebody without a plan. Because today, the problem is that every time politicians take a commissioner from Gypsy to this man now, to the Punisher man now, the police service inside the belly of the beast having problems with it. Because I ask, let the people of Trinidad and Tobago pick the commissioner. Stop there, a body come together, pick a commissioner, then they go into the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister have the last say. The Prime Minister could say no. The Prime Minister could say yeah. The Prime Minister could say that Rowdy make we know all of that. The Prime Minister had the last say. That's no president. That's no police service commission. They do have no say. Police service commission have no say. They could say, okay, this man is the best man. But when they reach the Prime Minister of this country, you don't care who the Prime Minister, black or Indian or African. You don't care who. It's going to, the person is going to say no, or yea, or me, or not. So that is a problem. So for me, as a concerned citizen, a person who has common sense, it is a problem for me who has common sense. Because don't care who we move, we will still give the same power to the Prime Minister to pick a commissioner. And I believe that the community know all the officers in them, know who, because when they ask Trinidad and Tobago from the last woman commissioner to this man, you ever see San Fernando? No. You ever see Boston? No. They never walk the streets. They don't know about the streets. When I ask the community from 1962, if they know this man now, the Punisher Commissioner, if they know him in any community in Trinidad and Tobago, they will say no, they don't know him, where he was for the last how much years, what he was doing. How much case he win? How much case he solved? How much life he improved to become a commissioner of this country? And I must who have common sense, not book sense, who have common sense, must sit down and listen to people who have book sense misleading me. No, common sense, big book. And if I have common sense, and I can observe that people who misleading me, position go, position come, I must say, here and here, no. I am saying this. The problem is the backlash now is that we as a society need to put away the political agenda and say, hey, it's time to reform. It's time to move our constitution. It's time to change it. It's time to paint it. It's time to sanitize it. Our constitution is not healthy in 2024. It is a slave man thing from 1962. It needs to wash, clean, sanitize, put on the line, rinse out, dry again, wash again, because it's dirty and only for the rich and the people and them who in high society. So again, this backlash here, if we just voting without saying, okay, if we want constitution reform. Because I have a problem, my brother, that the Speaker of the House picked by a Prime Minister. I have a problem in this country that the President of Trinidad and Tobago picked by the Prime Minister. The President of Trinidad and Tobago picked by the Prime Minister. So the college come together again. Yeah, anything else? The college come together and the college select. Right? But the college don't have the we don't know this thing anyway. Brother, I can't explain this country. This country want to remain the same and they want to play smart foolishness and play so much intellectual and our country is going down while we're not using our common sense. My brother, I thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think we have we have agreed, those who understand the system, to vest responsibility and thus authority into the hands of a prime minister, and therefore that is why so much authority, if you want to call it that, or responsibility, which it really is supposed to be, is in the hands of that individual. And I think through this electoral process, that is explained to a certain degree. Maybe people don't take it into understanding as much as they should, because literally that decision impacts tremendously so many workings of our nation because of the authority and responsibility vested in that individual. The processes for our electoral choice are limited by certain factors, and therefore in these two-party almost systems where there is somewhat room for others but not really, you find that the space is dictated and controlled by, you know, large parties and consistent groups. So in the entire process there are issues, but we have accepted that this is the process, and that is why we allowed that individual to have so much power. I don't know that electing a police commissioner may be the best means forward. Obviously, those people selected on service commission supposed to have knowledge to be able to deal with that selection process. Morning, brother. Welcome.
Okay, bless them, morning. What's going on? Let's look to take you into the program. I must say good morning to my fully challenge partner. He gets you. He happy. I just waiting to be happy.
All right, nice.
Like everybody else. But go on. You see that back in our reporting commissioner. Remember, Philip Alexander really rattled because there was fighting the police commissioner. You know, nobody wanted to sign. Everybody trying to take a big post and.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Everybody grabbing to be on top sometimes.
Yeah, and the undermining the commissioner.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on exactly.
The one was the acting commissioner when they arrest the woman.
Yeah.
I hear he gone to Oko.
Okay. All right.
Well, let's look and watching the politics.
They send him quite
America, Venezuela, boy. Well, nobody wins out. Why not?
Yeah.
So it's very serious going on in the Caribbean waters right now. So we just watch, locked on and listen and watching the geopolitics.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
I locked on, boy. Bless.
Don't get sent Tobago, eh? Tobago. Don't get sent Togo. Boy, yeah, boy. Some people just get transferred to Tobago. I don't know if there's a upgrade, a promotion or a demotion. I know what it is, but the service is a hell of a thing too. They send you far. They send you somewhere to cool off, to hide. They demote you where there's no responsibility, where you're in charge of a K9 unit sometimes when you do nonsense, you know. It's not easy. Mr. West.
Boy, I probably have too much on your program, you know.
No, that's all right, man.
I disrupted your program.
Once I ain't sending you Toko, don't worry.
With conscience aching me. But the point about it here, what I want to say is this: is that this people either they have short memories or probably their head buried in the sand. The fact is that this country is in a total mess. Let's deal with the criminal justice system. You would have a judgment coming from the Privy Council with respect to this Chief Justice and the Marcia Caesar, what her name is.
Yeah, Marcia Caesar.
It's painful to know that is the level to which our judiciary has fallen. That in itself, you have a number of outstanding matters before the court that can't be dealt with. Backlog upon backlog, like nobody works there. You have a police, we live here, we know that the police service is in crisis, very inefficient. You have a low percentage of crime detection and all that. When matters go before the court, you find that no appearance by the complainant, that's the police. You know that, and they have to be thrown down, dismissed and all that. You have a lot of matters where people go before the court, bring in civil action, and being awarded damages in millions for malicious prosecution or false imprisonment and all these unlawful arrests and all these different things. Taxpayers' money going down the drain. And when the fact, let me tell you something. Some people are quite happy to remain for this country to live in this in this basket. And so that when they're going down, everybody must, because you're satisfied that you must go down. You don't want no improvement. You don't want no change. I must go down with you too.
Yeah.
That can't be.
But some people ain't going down, you know. Some people going out. The beneficiaries of this place, when it's sinking, they gone, you know. They halfway invested, you know. They plunder Trinidad and they invest abroad. And you find them in Miami and here and there and wherever, you know.
One of the reasons why I speak on this program, on your program, on maybe one other program, is because I know, I understand the implication, the ramifications of bad governance. And when you have the social fabric of the country in such chaotic state, and where you have crime, which is endemic, you are the 7th most murderous country in the world. Not I say so.
Yeah.
This guy, Gonzalez from the International Relations Department, he said that the first was Venezuela, the 4th was Haiti, and the 7th is Trinidad, out of 193 countries comprising those things. And that is where you are. You kept home invasion, and you telling me I'm talking after that nonsense whole time about this and that instead of trying to get the job done, get things in order, only after that backwardness. Because I know for a fact I have family here, I have friends, I myself.
Yeah.
And if things continue, it will be a war, what they call it, the war of all against all. That is the state of nature. When you have mayhem, no law, no order, no nothing, you could live in that.
Yeah.
You can't live in that under such condition, and therefore I must be concerned. And I want an efficient and professional police service and a police commissioner who is competent, who could get the job done. We don't know who you like and who this and who this and who comes first and who this is the person who could get the job done. And this nonsense about, I hear somebody exposing that you're talking about election of police commissioner. That is nonsense. That is a recipe for chaos. So all the PNM people go and vote who they want. All the UNC go and vote for who they want. That's where you want chaos here.
Yeah. It's not practical. It doesn't make sense at all.
So let me don't take too much of your time because you know it may irritate some people.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nothing wrong with if the truth offends, then speak, right? We have a responsibility to speak. And ever so often I see up on the chat sometimes, my speech might bother a few people, and that's fine. So when all they see me smiling is because sometimes I see if anybody there giving that kind of talk. It has somebody who ritually comes in and say, you're still talking stupidness, something, whatever. I mean, so sometimes you see me smiling because we are streaming on YouTube, IWER TV. We also on Facebook, right, and on the website as well. So you can view. You don't just have to listen alone, right? But of course, thanks to those who listening as well. So sometimes when you see me smile, I ain't going off, right? I'm not going crazy. It's just sometimes the views expressed by some of the listeners are extremely interesting. But it is either they lack a certain level of understanding or they're not listening. And of course, there are some people who just try to get under your skin, right? So they don't bother me. I have a responsibility, obviously wisdom tempers the speech. So I'm not overly excessive in certain dialogue and certain directions, because I understand the wider picture, and I understand how very important it is at this point to get governance right. And therefore we are applying the right amount of public pressure, conversation, intelligence, and understanding to the topics that face us, so that whoever is listening, and there are times where people who are responsible and who are decision makers will be listening, and there are times when even in our own capacity, for the people who listen, they will be able to articulate to those game changers these views, because they made sense, because they were able to hear discussion, hear Mr. West, hear whatever, analyze on their own, and come up with a proper direction for our country. That is the effort that we make here. You know, it's not a quarrel or a bicker with anyone. My good friend, if he says something, okay, elect a commissioner and it doesn't make sense, we say, but that doesn't make sense. Maybe he threw it out and as an idea because he's alluding to the fact that the process that exists is not satisfactory. But not that it is a solution in so much as a solution that would be usable in the context, right? But we must understand what is going on in our world, and our elders, some of them have understood. So we also lean on our sister singing Sandra. We lean on some of the elders who would have spoken about issues that took place within their lives, within their period of time, and which are now repeating themselves. If it is one thing with human behavior consistently repeats itself. Those who are able to achieve change have achieved a beautiful thing. And we call and we advocate and we encourage people to change for the better. But human behavior is consistent. Human behavior is also consistent with the inputs. So we have been constantly fed this selfish idea of me, I, self-aggrandizement, achievement of self, and therefore people don't look at the bigger picture. People don't look at team. People don't look at us. So you are in an institution such as the police service, and instead of understanding, hey, yeah boy, this man can have a positive impact, I will support him because we can do better with him. No. Your desire is your position and achieving for self. Sometimes you look at just the pay package of the top. So and that is your aim. Your aim is not service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Your aim is not achieving the purpose of the institution that you are in, to provide that safety and security and service to Trinidad and Tobago. Your aim is the top, a top spot for yourself. Even though everything around could be burning, even though the person who's there may be better suited, better qualified, etc. for the responsibility. Oh boy, I've seen that in my life. And then you suffer because you cannot do what that better individual would have been able to do, and everyone else suffers. Morning, brother. Only because it's you.
Yeah, I want a debate. Anyone, I want a debate with them, a personal debate. Who's saying give the citizen the power to pick a commissioner is foolishness. It's wrong.
Woodford Square.
You highlight, huh?
Woodford Square. Your daytime time.
We are trained. We are learn. Let's go. Let's go. If they were trained, if they were learn. Is there anything I talk to some men?
If anybody take up the offer, I don't know if it's how much people willing to take up the offer.
No,
but if anybody, I will schedule it for you.
Because I do not believe that a UNTOP and them will go and vote for a commissioner. But the citizens of this country, I'm not speaking about a party politics or a person, because no police could come out and say either PNM or either a UNC. That is something secrecy. For them, they swear on the earth not to have a political agenda. And if any police have a political agenda, they must be fired forthwith from the police service. So I stand firm. I stand firm to debate any intelligent person that we mustn't get a chance. Because as I said, the people in the community must know the police, must know who patrolling, must know how much case they solve, how much case. I will debate them. Anytime you believe that you're intelligent, I can debate Kingsley on that one. I am willing to come in the studio, sit down with Mr. Barker, and let Mr. Barker be the speaker, and let the people of this country be the judge after that heated debate. I thank you very much.
All right. If any takers, I will set it up for your blessings. Yeah. So let me just run through the news. Although we have been discussing the issues that have taken place, and of course in the headlines is this U.S. strike on another boat, and they say they killed three individuals, and obviously all of the conversation around that, because there has been conversation about the first strike, and now obvious that also pertains to the second incident. And if you read the wording of Mr. Trump and Mr. Rubio, etc., you know, the way that they speak of the issue, to obviously, well, dehumanize, because the three individuals are not human beings, they are narco-terrorists, right? So they say, right? So they in court and all those things do not exist for who America deems a terrorist. Just, God forbid the day, you know, they deem one of us, you know, whatever they feel to deem us, because for whatever reason, right? I don't even want to go into the details too much, because when they do so, it gives them the authority to, I don't know who give them, they take the authority upon themselves to well, I don't even think they say kill, what they call it, a kinetic strike, all kind of words, you know. Right? Obviously they wouldn't say kill, they wouldn't say murder. What's the word they use? And obviously they have a way of using their words. Alright, so that's in the headlines today, and of course it's being talked about all across Trinidad and Tobago. There is actually real caution and concern in Trinidad and Tobago about these developments, right? Although we do talk about things lightly, many of us do understand to some extent the impact of war and conflict. We could imagine, obviously we have never experienced, very few of us, but we could imagine, and we absolutely, as a people, that is not something that we want. So we talk sometimes, we would, but in actuality, any conflict in this region could never serve us as a nation well. And I really wanted to to signal that and to express that even through singing Sandra's song. I wanted to express that in a time when we are really endeavoring our best to rebuild, because we have been through some really challenging leadership, and we have seen a clear difference. We have seen this new administration distinguish themselves in many ways that are extremely positive. And we want to continue along that path. We want to continue along that path. We do not expect perfection. That does not exist among the human being. But we will encourage step by step better to be done. Right? So that issue is almost foremost on the news. It's also in the international news as well. Not so much in particular mentioning Trinidad and Tobago, but obviously mentioning the U.S. strike on this vessel, this small vessel, right? Obviously, there's all the speech around the issue as well, comments back and forth from different leaders, right, in the hemisphere as well. And then something that I saw even yesterday, I glanced over but I did not mention, and that is NIB staff relieved that they get their promised pay package. And of course, you all know our stance, my stance, in terms of, you know, being extremely pleased about working class citizens getting more into their pockets, you know, able to purchase a little more, able to stimulate growth, able to maybe fix their home. You know, that is 100% positive for me, and it is something that is extremely attractive as well about this administration, the composition of labor that exists there. That composition of people power within a party instead of people with power over the people that existed before. And my comrades, Leroy Batiste, Ernesto Kiza, Elder, you know, everyone who is there making that impact and driving forward the cause of the working class in Trinidad and Tobago, we stand firm in solidarity with that. Right? Those elements that seem to never exist or to be juxtaposed against the last administration. Right? You had to understand all these things, Mr. Barataria. You had to understand these things. You had to understand that the working class needs to be represented. The poor. You have to understand that crime and these invasions and the level of chaos that took place over the last 10 years has to be dealt with. And you have to admit as well that there have been solid improvements. NIB staff, how long they were waiting? Just scrolling through the article itself. Right? It was signed off during the period, or signed off for the period, January 1st, 2014 to December 31st, 2016 as the period. But I'm looking for when it was agreed and would have been able to be put into effect, but just was not done for whatever reason by the last administration. Signed off in... No, that's not correct. So, I haven't seen the exact date that it was signed off, but it was not put into place by the last administration, and obviously NIB workers are pleased and she would have spoken even further, Miss Felicia Thomas, about the expectations of other workers. And those are positive developments in our society. It is positive to have the working class lifted. It is positive for their take home to increase so that they can purchase and they could stimulate the economy through economic activity, getting more so that they could be more comfortable and live a better standard of living, so that they could catch up with the cost of living. And it's not because I may not be in the public service or whatever institution that is going to benefit that I will not also benefit from the general increase in economic activity once that money is available to them. We promote and we are happy for governance that is geared towards the people and the masses of the people and not towards the 1%. And yes, there may be arguments about concerns about people who have lost their earning through whichever programs, etc. And we have spoken about that. And we are continuously advocating for replacement as soon as possible, given the challenges that people face. We accept and we are happy that it is about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore we support caution, even in our geopolitical realm as well. Alright, so I don't know if it have any takers for Mr. Kingsley's debate that he wants to have, but we'll be back tomorrow to discuss and debate a little bit. Not so much debate, but even debate different issues and different topics that are pertinent to our lives, with the goal of building a better society. So blessings to Trinidad and Tobago. Have a wonderful day. Take care.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San